response I'm getting for the majority of these questions, whether it's in text form or through private messages pleading a case, is, Lord, where shall we go to? Now, this is based on a scripture where Peter said to Jesus when he told him to leave, Lord, where shall I go to? I've got messages from theists and atheists alike who happen to watch these videos asking, well, what does that scripture have to do with anything? I'm going to attempt my best to explain the logic behind the response. The basic premise is that there's no other religion to go to when leaving Jehovah's Witnesses because they are the closest thing to truth. Now, those people who absolutely, under every circumstance, believe that Jehovah's Witnesses are right, this question really doesn't apply to you. In fact, I doubt you'd even be heard saying that scripture. This scripture is used by people who know some things are wrong, but they still believe because, well, where are we going to go to? The fact is, there are 33,380 different denominations of just Christianity alone. So there are bound to be religions that believe similar things to Jehovah's Witnesses. Mentioned in previous videos, the Associated Bible students were actually caused from a schism in Jehovah's Witness Church when Judge Rutherford took the leadership role in the Jehovah's Witness organization. Them and the Dawnites essentially believe every teaching Jehovah's Witnesses currently teach. Christadelphians are shockingly similar to Jehovah's Witnesses in their belief. In fact, many Jehovah's Witnesses' beliefs are shared by many other denominations of Christianity. So this question is essentially about, where else shall we go to? And the belief that Jehovah's Witnesses are the only religion that teaches what they teach. Well, not including fringe beliefs, or not every Jehovah's Witness holds, like maybe recreation instead of a resurrection, or even the blood doctrine. For an example of that, you could go to the Associated Jehovah's Witnesses for Reform on Blood, which is the ajwrb.org site, if you want to see a large group of Jehovah's Witnesses who don't agree with the belief of the blood doctrine. So what exactly are the core beliefs of Jehovah's Witnesses? For this, I actually went to the Organized to Do Jehovah's Will book from pages 170 on. These are the questions that people are asked before baptism. God exists, and He's the God of the Bible. Why, every single one of those aforementioned 33,380 denominations of Christianity believe this. Take your pick. His name is Jehovah. Jehovah was first widely translated as God's name for the American Standard Bible. Thousands of denominations of Christianity use this as their translation of the Bible. Any one of those thousands of sects would see Jehovah as God's name. God is not a trinity. There are thousands of sects of Unitarianism, which believe in one God. Jesus died to atone for man's sin. Again, every denomination believes that. Jesus is going to return. The vast majority of Christian denominations believe that Jesus is going to return. Jesus is not Jehovah, but God's Son. Once again, in my quick research, 45 out of 50 Christian denominations believe this to be the case. Hell is not a place of torture. Thousands of religions believe this. The human soul is not immortal. Now, any religion that believes in a physical resurrection of people believes this to be the case. Once again, it numbers in the thousands. Only 144,000 are going to be going to heaven. Believe it or not, a simple Google search shows this is not a teaching unique just to Jehovah's Witnesses. Satan is an actual being trying to make people sin. This is not at all a unique teaching, and the vast majority of Christianity believes this. Remain neutral in politics. Many Christians believe this. In fact, Quakers, Amish, and Christadelphians all remain neutral in politics, just to name a few. Remain separate from the world. Well, look how devoutly the Amish take this. Many fundamentalist Christian groups hold this more devoutly than Jehovah's Witnesses do. People must be baptized. The vast majority of Christians believe this. Don't seek riches of the world, but spiritual richness instead. Don't murder, don't steal, don't be a drunkard, drug addict, or fornicator. This is the vast majority of Christian denominations that believe this. Regularly attend meetings, or church for that matter. Can you name one church that encourages you not to go? Preach about God. Well, every sect of Christianity and many other religions have their version of ministers. While every Jehovah's Witness preaches, many other religions believe that everyone can and should minister. I mean, Even fundamentalist sects of Christianity teach about the importance of preaching. Look at the movie Jesus Camp. Give money to support the organization. Now, again, I ask, is there one church that you can think of that doesn't ask for donations? If I had seen the previews of 20 movies and only saw 5 movies, do you think I'd be qualified to say there is no better movie ever made than the movie Dirty Work? Can you honestly say there is no place else to go with the knowledge that there are 33,380 separate sects of Christianity, thousands of which hold similar beliefs to Jehovah's Witnesses? If you were raised a Jehovah's Witness, how would you know you had the truth had you not explored any other religions? Or those who converted, have you studied, researched, and attended even a fraction of those denominations? Tough question number 50 is, when saying, where else shall we go to? Implying that there's no other religion that teaches anything as close to truth as Jehovah's Witnesses do, how do you know positively there's nothing else out of the 33,380 sects of Christianity that teach a closer truth?